Yes, guys, so I've just got off at Embankment Station and I'm here. Not really sure what it is, but this is Lord Portal of Hungerford. That's an interesting statue. So this is for the Fleet Air Arm. A United Nations statue. This one's to commemorate the Korean War. This one is Trenchard, whoever that is. Iraq and Afghanistan Memorial. And then we're here at Scotland Yard, which is a big building. Got the New Scotland Yard sign there. Yeah, let's have a look around the site and see what's happening. So this is the Metropolitan Police headquarters, so to speak, New Scotland Yard. This is interesting. So obviously the Metropolitan Police, the chief, is it, or whatever she's called, or was called, has stepped down over scandals of sexism, misogyny and racism within the force. There were communications found between officers making those kinds of comments. 9 of them are still employed within the force, as far as the articles that I read, which were dated too long ago. And obviously this is the force that governed Wayne Couzens. It's the force that governs Chadwell Heath, which, as we've seen today, is a diabolical state of affairs. So yeah, that's this station. We're gonna have a walk up this way. It's gonna be empty inside. We've got a security checkpoint to go in, metal detector and everything. Crest as you go in, revolving doors. Nice little cushy seating area there. I don't know if you can read that through the window. The sign says the police are the public and the public are the police, and this is taken from the Peelian principle, started by Sir Robert Peel. Wonder how many of the police actually know what the Peelian principles are, who Robert Peel is. So this is pedestrian access, so they have the in-gate. Oh, another in-gate there. So I don't know where their exit gate is. But obviously that's their vehicle gate. So looking at it, you can see through here you got some vehicles. You can't really see a lot from this angle. We've got some vehicles now parked in there, one marked one at the back there. And might walk around the side fence there and see if I can get any closer shots. So I'm already being watched. Yeah. So that bearded one came down and had a gander, and then obviously we had somebody in uniform in there having a gander as well. This is New Scotland Yard. The place of nightmare and terror. I think I'd rather set foot inside the Kremlin than this place. At least when they did come and have a gander at what I'm doing, I think it was probably just to make sure I wasn't trying to get through the gates or anything. Told me off for doing what I'm doing. Which is good.
Ito pala yung nakikita natin.
Sí. O sea, era 2012, 2010. Estaba, la situación estaba grave, la situación estaba fea, pero bueno.
Have somebody working the gate here to make sure that it is secure. I'm assuming he's the one who lets down the barriers and controls vehicles in and out. He's on the phone looking at me, so obviously telling somebody that I'm here.
That's the thing, isn't it? Just like reliving.
Doesn't look like there's many vehicles in there. Oh, but it does look like they've got a car park again underground, so there's probably a lot more vehicles in there. And the guy in this control box is still swiveling his head, watching me, watching you. So this is this is Ministry of Defence building apparently, with cameras that look like they're straight out of the 70s. Yeah, so that's I didn't realise that this one was actually here. That's why all the memorials were out on the green there. So you can see a marked vehicle just up there. Again, it's an absolutely massive site. Need to try and find a bin, because I've got a cigarette butt in my hand. And seeing as I'm being watched, I am not dropping it on the floor, because they'll issue me a FPN. That's an interesting one. And then the van here, Project Servitor, together we've got it covered. I wonder what it is that they've allegedly got covered. But yeah, it's an absolutely huge Ministry of Defence building. Got an old blue police box. Check out some more of these statues. This is Monty. Monty was a field marshal, Viscount Montgomery of Alamein. So, you know, they've got warning signs for, you know, saying pedestrians that are about. So this is pedestrian access. So they've got gates coming from New Scotland Yard that go straight down into the M.O.D building. Got the London Eye there in the background as well. Also, I'm not going to go inside the building because this is M.O.D property. I don't know what the bylaws are for this place. What an amazing entrance it is. See if I can make it wide. Yeah, there we go. The entrance of that building is just phenomenal. Absolutely amazing. Amazing.
Can I help you at all?
Pardon?
Can I help you at all?
No, you're all good, thank you.
I'm just wondering why you're filming into this building. Sorry, let me go this way because the sun's out.
Oh, they look at the building.
Do you know what the building is?
No.
Okay, so it's the Ministry of Defence building.
Okay.
So with it, I advise you not to record into it.
Okay.
Mainly because it's protected because of the type of stuff that actually goes on.
Okay.
No views coming in and out of the building.
Okay. Where I'm stood now, is this M.O.D property?
Yes. Well, so from Richmond Terrace, it's not.
Where's Richmond Terrace? I'm not local.
This is the fact that you're on at the moment.
Okay, this is Richmond Terrace.
Yes.
So this is public access, public
Yeah,
area.
you can walk up and down.
Okay,
here,
so I can film from here. Anything I can see.
but you can't film into the
course
building
you can.
because of because of the type of building that it is.
So I can go to a military site. If I'm on the pavement outside,
Okay.
outside boundary, I can film into it.
Okay.
There's no law against it. I can film anything I can
What's
see
your
from
reason for
public.
recording, can I ask?
I'm a tourist.
A tour, and what would be your reason for actually recording this building?
As I just said, look at the building, man. Look at it. All you need to do is just take one look at it.
So we understand the building, but you're filming directly inside the building. Is there any sort of particular reason why inside the building?
It's interesting, isn't it?
What's sort of interesting about inside this building?
How do you know I was filming inside it?
I mean, your camera's directly.
Where you're standing.
Yeah, have you seen the entrance to this building? Have you seen how gorgeous it is?
Yeah, there's lots of buildings around.
Yeah,
that are
exactly,
very
yeah.
similar.
I know.
Have you got ID on you, by any chance?
Maybe.
Okay, would you mind if I have a look at it?
I would.
Okay, can I take your name from you?
No.
Okay, is there any reason why not?
because I don't have to. I have the right to privacy and I value my rights.
I understand that.
So yeah.
I'm just asking if I can. So
Yeah.
I'm checking to see if you've done this or if you've recorded in any other buildings before and has the police actually checked on you before.
Well, that's for you to find out, isn't it? That onus is on you to try and discover that.
Okay.
I have no obligation to help you in your investigation against myself.
Okay, cool.
So yeah. Can you just identify yourselves for me before you go anywhere, please?
Police officer 4229.
And yourself?
4121.
4121. And you're with the MOD police, are you?
Indeed, yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Right. Yeah. Am I free to leave? Yeah, cool. Oh yeah, so as I was saying, it's a fascinating building. We're right next to Scotland Yard. Well, I came here to take a look at Scotland Yard and didn't even realise the building was here. Crane up there. Yeah, look at it, it's huge. So, yeah, so obviously as I was walking up and filming all these memorials, it now makes a lot more sense as why they're there. As opposed to just random statues, which, to be honest, I just thought they'd be like random statues because obviously it's London, you get statues and memorials all over. Yeah. So they fly the Union flag up on the top, all the way out there. I think that's the only flag that they fly off this building. I mean, it's absolutely huge, so I don't know what it is that they do here, but by the looks of it, quite a damn lot. I mean, the sheer size of it is boring. So this is the other side of the one that was Iraq and Afghanistan. UK aid. And the person that has made this has signed it, Paul Day. And just being watched from the corner. Interesting. So yeah, obviously didn't realise that was even there. Now we do. And, yeah. So on the top of the Scotland Yard one, they fly a different flag. They don't fly the Union flag, they fly the police flag. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're gonna follow me. I like to think they're not.
About 3 o'clock, upload the sand off, so I'll see you in the morning. It's kind of giving you a favour.
So we've got a very nice sports car there with no front number plate on it, parked in a bus bay with 2 officers there on motorbikes, not doing a darn lot about it. Interesting. So I'm just going to ask these two constables what this site's called. I'm going to see if there are any bylaws governing it. And we'll come back. Oh, shaky camera. Sorry, constables.
Yeah.
What's the name of this building? I'm just going to look if there's any like bylaws.
Ministry of Defence building.
Is that all it's called? So literally just that?
Ministry of Defence, M.O.D.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
To be fair, I didn't know this was here. I came to do a story on the Scotland Yard.
Okay.
And this building's just here, so I thought it was fascinating. Like, normally if I do go to anything military, I like to look up if there's any bylaws or anything.
Right, okay.
But yeah, so let's have a quick look at that now.
Been around, what other parts of London have you been around and recorded today, or is this the first place that you've come to?
Oh, that's up to me to know.
No, I know that. I'm just asking.
I know.
Else.
Okay, I'll save you a lot of time. I'm not going to answer your questions. It will save you a lot of breath.
No problem.
All right.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Ministry of Defence building bylaws.
Thank you very much.
That looks a lot more like more than 15 yards on a pavement. Are you allowed to ride on pavements like that?
First, I'm not.
You do?
Disciple for police.
No? Okay.
I don't want to tell you something that's incorrect.
That's fair enough, I appreciate that, I appreciate that.
And say something.
Yeah, because I know you're allowed to ride on the pavement for a maximum of 15 yards for the purpose of parking.
Okay.
Obviously, police are subject to the same highway code laws as the general public unless, you know, you're attending an incident, got your blues on, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But, so, that's just an interesting one. No, that's Surrey. Defence Land Service.
Are you going to be out here for much longer, just so we know that?
No idea, to be honest.
Okay.
Can't seem to see anything for this building. Don't know if you know there are any bylaws specifically for this.
I know there's bylaws about Westminster.
Yeah.
There's also one that comes under SOCPA. SOCPA.
SOCPA.
It's a protected site.
Is that the Secrets, Official Secrets Act thing?
Yeah, so if you go through that, something may come up on there for you.
So, I'm pretty sure, the Serious and Organised Crime Police Act. I have looked at that before, and I think it would have stuck in my head if I'd seen it on it. So obviously, when you do public recording, you need to know where you can and can't. Obviously, don't want to go getting myself in trouble unnecessarily. Try and find where it is. Here we go. M.O.D sites affected by SOCAP. No. This isn't Northwood headquarters, is it?
It's not Northwood.
No. That's grand. Then yeah, no, there's nothing on here. We got Aldermaston, Bryce Norton,
Google though.
Burfield. Oh no, it's on the government. It's on the government website. So it's not just.
Sign on the building though that states it comes under that regulation.
Oh sure, that's on the property though. You know, for again, like with anything that's the Official Secrets Act and that from a public place. Again, I can record into it. It would be an offence if I were on the property recording. So like, say I were past that gate. If I were an RAF site and I went past their barriers. Yeah, that's fine. I got no problem. Yeah, I got no problem with that.
Where your camera was pointing.
I got no problem with you asking questions. I've got no problem with you asking questions as long as you don't try to do anything silly. Then we're all good, you know. And I've got no problem with you asking questions. One thing you have done that's silly already
is
I'm going to look at it and see how long it takes. Give you a clue. It flashes red.
okay.
Do you know what you did wrong with it?
So is this what you're recording just to see what someone's going to do or what a police officer's not?
Well, look, let's answer my question first. Do you know what you've done wrong with it?
So what have I not done? Tell me what I've not done wrong.
Okay, so you're not aware. So you're not aware, that's fine. I'm not here to have a go, I'm here to educate. You seem like a nice enough guy. So when you turn your body camera on, you are subject to GDPR, you become a data controller.
Okay.
And as a data controller, you need to let data subjects know that you're recording them. Same way the buildings have to have CCTV privacy notices on them.
Yeah.
So that's in every police's code of conduct and their policies that you need to notify the public when you turn your body camera on.
Earlier. If I hadn't,
no,
then I do apologise.
Not that I remember, but obviously it's on camera.
And that's my fault.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you.
I appreciate the apology.
Recorded at the moment, so that's my fault if I didn't say it earlier. If you didn't, so that's completely my fault.
Appreciate that, mea culpa. That's good.
Okay.
That's nice. That's what I like to see. Again, as long as like people are respectful with me, you know, like I'm here to educate if I can.
Okay.
Thought you were like loading it or something. Then I was like, oh, come on, I'm not exactly a threatening person. But yeah, no worries. But yeah, so yeah, I was just covering a story on Scotland Yard and just came across the building.
What story? If that's okay.
Well, there's a lot of scandals going on with Scotland Yard, isn't there?
To do with the Metropolitan Police, you talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So all sorts of shady stuff going on.
And is that something that you do for yourself, or is it a YouTube channel, or do you work for somebody else that you're doing it on behalf of?
I'm not going to answer that one.
Okay.
But yeah, so I cover stories that matters of public interest, and obviously when we have police force that we pay for that don't do what they're supposed to be doing, you know, it's public interest.
That's why you come out and do certain videos to see what attention.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, about that, you know, like it's about asserting our human rights as well. You know, freedom of expression, right to privacy, all those sorts of things. Protection from discrimination, because of what we're doing with our human rights, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, there's that involved in it.
Okay.
You know, I said you guys have been respectful. You know, you asked for ID, and you didn't press the matter when I said no.
Coming out here trying to force
no, and I get that. Yeah.
It's because you've come, because of the building that you've come to in the area that you've come to.
Sure.
You may bring a lot of attention to yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that previously or if that's what you wanted.
I mean, with the Scotland Yard one, I mean, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I got approached. Okay. I mean, I would say the best reaction is no reaction because you know, I'm a man with a camera, right? If a camera is a security breach, the security isn't good enough in my opinion.
Right.
Especially for buildings like this, you know. But that's my humble opinion, and the opinion of my subscribers as well.
Yeah.
But you know, we just like to hold accountable, you know.
Right.
People that, and again, like you guys have been fantastic. You know, yeah, you asked for my ID, you didn't press the matter when I said no. You respect the fact that I don't have to.
When you came out and said you don't need to, that's why I asked you.
Yeah.
I didn't want to push any further. I would like to, so that I could then check it. That's probably why you don't want to give me anything.
No, it's not at all. I've got nothing to hide. It's the fact that, again, like I said, this is about human rights as well, and because we have the right to privacy. If I just give in and give you my ID. I'm not asserting my human right of Article 8, my right to privacy in my private and personal life. The only time I would ever give over ID is if I'm buying alcohol, cigarettes or something like that, and not that I get ID'd for that much anymore. Or if I legally have to, you know, and at that point I would, but until that point I will assert my right
So
not.
understood.
You know, and
what you're entitled
you know,
to do,
like
so I get it.
again, at the end of the day, like until I'm suspected of committing crime or you catch me in the commission of a crime, you know, you have no more authority over me than I do over you right now. So it's the Pelian principles, isn't it? Which is literally in the box thing over there.
Okay.
You know, the police are the public and the public are the police. It works both ways. So until that point, if I said to you, can I see your ID? Not your work ID, but your personal ID, your driver's license or something, I very much doubt you'd be happy to hand that over to me.
I don't carry on with, but I understand your point.
Yeah, you see what I mean? So, and that's where we come from, you know, is until a point where we are committing a crime, suspected or caught in a commission or anything like that, there's no reason to divulge our information.
Okay, so with kind of us coming out here, you understood why we're coming
out
here.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
I would just advise if you could not record around the doorway because of the cameras that are in the situation.
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't be able to actually step onto those steps and enter that building.
No. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, 100%. That's well, you know, personally why I haven't done that. Yeah. And also you got all the fenced off areas. I wouldn't be going hopping any fences. I think my hips might break it anyway. Okay. A bit fragile. But
at the moment, if I could just advise you not to record around that door and into the building.
Thing is, again, it's another thing. We don't like to take advice. We like to stick with what's lawful. Okay. So if I can, I will. Okay. You know, and that's nothing against you personally, because I said you are being very respectful, and I do appreciate that. But that's my stance and my beliefs. So that's where that comes from. But other than that, you know, we're not here to take advice from the police any more than I would take advice from that person that's just walked past about where I can or cannot film, unless there's a lawful restriction on it. Okay. You know, and that's the thing. So. Okay. No. But I do appreciate your time. I appreciate your absolute professionalism. You have been fantastic. But yeah, just remember the body cam, and that's pretty much the only thing. You guys have been top notch. So.
I apologise.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I fully appreciate and accept the apology. You know for next time, and that's what it's about. So.
Right, we'll leave it to it. We've had a quick conversation. Yeah. If you go and understand that if you go around certain places, someone else might come out. Sure. This afternoon, or however much longer you may be out. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, no, I fully understand that. Oh, we got another one.
Cool. Thank you very much.
No worries. Have a good afternoon, evening, whatever it is. So that is how you talk to a very respectable Ministry of Defence police constable. You know, a little bit of digging, but again, if they dig, that's fine. When they press it, that's when it becomes an issue. If you clearly just say, no, I'm not going to, I don't want to, and they respect that, then I've got absolutely zero issue with that. Zero issue at all, because we all know they're going to ask. And he understood where I was coming from, listened to what I had to say, and we had a very interesting and polite conversation. Oh, sorry, Constable, sorry, just one more. So is this like sort of the headquarters for the Ministry of the Defence Police? Or
yes, the Ministry of Defence Police. So the HQ isn't in London.
Oh, is it not?
Else.
Where's that one? Do you know?
Ministry of Defence building.
Oh, okay. Do you know where the headquarters is?
Wethersfield.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not in London at all.
Okay, that's fine.
But it's situated around. If you go onto Google, you'll be able to find.
Yeah. That's right.
This is the Ministry of Defence building.
Okay.
It's just we're situated.
You're just situated here.
Yes.
No problem at all. I've just got a complaint to make against, not against you guys, but different Ministry of Defence police person, and I like to do it in person at headquarters. That's how I like to do my complaints. Right. That's also.
What happened at headquarters or with the person at headquarters?
So obviously, you take an oath of attestation into office.
Okay.
Do you remember any of that?
Not off.
None of it. None of the key points.
Not off by heart.
Either of you two? Any of your oath of attestation? Any of it at all? No, not verbatim, but any of the key points. There's 6 key points I'm looking for. If you name half of them, I'll give you a gold star. No. See, that's a shame because it's your oath of attestation that gives you your powers in office of constable.
Okay.
And the way I see it is that if you don't know your oath of attestation, how can we expect you to discharge your powers accordingly within line of your oath of attestation?
Okay.
And that's why. So I had this conversation with somebody earlier today, and he's like, you know what, I understand where you come from with that. So he said he's going to go away and revise it. And I was like, I fully appreciate that. I think that's a great thing for him to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I said. But yeah, so anyway, the sergeant refused to take my complaint that I wanted to make, purely because I was recording. He didn't like what I was doing, but that's not acting within the oath of acting.
Was that in London or somewhere?
Oh no, somewhere else. Yeah, but that's not acting within the oath of attestation to act with fairness, integrity, impartiality, and things like that. You know, so. But yeah, so
does that person still then work within the Ministry of Defence Police, or do you
as far as I'm aware, I haven't made the complaint yet. I said it wasn't too long ago. But
how come you came into contact with that sergeant? Was it just you were at somewhere doing exactly what you're doing?
Pretty much, yeah.
And it was what, from how they were reacting to you? What was it?
They were actually not too bad to begin with. The only issue I really had with them was their refusal to take the complaint and not acting within their oath of attestation.
Yes.
But yeah, that's the only issue that I really had. But yeah, so yeah, you know, that's all that is really.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Happy?
As I said, yeah, I was going to stand there. You can record as and around there.
Cool.
And I just answered your question.
Yeah, no, you're fine. No worries. Anyway, I'll leave you to the rest of your evening, guys.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Yeah, so with that, I think that's going to pretty much wrap up here. Not quite what I was expecting to get when I came here, but nonetheless, again, you know, like I like a constable who's willing to listen, understand, and not try and push things. At the end of the day, he doesn't have an ego, and that's the long and short of it. Is that, you know, he didn't have an ego. He's willing to listen to the public. Obviously, he knows that what I do, I obviously look up what I do before I come out and do these things, and that, you know, I might know a little bit about what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I mean, I can't fault that in the slightest. Again, not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting to get something from Scotland Yard. But yeah, other than that, you know, on the whole, London has been fantastic today. Chadwell Heath really needs an overhaul. They need an entirely new staff. They need whoever's in charge of Chadwell Heath. They need to get sacked because they're obviously not doing a good enough job. You know, I've been to multiple other sites today where they've been absolutely cordial, respectful, had challenging conversations, but haven't had an ego about it. Whether I've just got hella lucky today and just managed to get the good ones, but honestly, I don't think all police are bad. So it's nice to be able to show that. And yeah, so I think they're probably just gonna hang around a little bit down there by the looks of it and watch me until I've left. Which, you know, they're allowed to do if that's what they wish to do. So I think that I would call that one a bit of almost a stalemate, you know. We came to some sort of mutual ground, and he fully understood where I was coming from. You know, yeah, he dug for some information, but because he was so polite, I didn't mind having that conversation with him. So they are walking away now. So hopefully they're going to go back inside the building. The one that turned up last, who I didn't really have an interaction with at all, which is why I didn't ask him to identify, because he didn't really interact with me. So yeah, oh, he's just gone inside as well. So yeah, with that, I'll take that as a marginal win now. I'm going to wrap that up. So guys, this has been PTTP's day out in London. This is probably going to come to you over, I can't remember how much. As always, power to the proletariat. Remember, we are the police according to the Helium principles. And until next time, take care, stay safe, take back our rights. Yes guys, I just want to finish this video with a massive shout out to, first of all, my very first channel member, Peter Williams. Thank you so much for subscribing. You are now officially one of PTTP's pals. And my second member, and I'm sorry if I get your name wrong, I do remember that you're Danish and it's not one I'm familiar with. I'm going to try it. Birgit Roel. They're also a PTTP pal. We've got Hugh Lennon, my third member, who signed up to PTTP Plus, and then the most recent member, Alan Lumsden, who also signed up to PTTP's Pals. If you're not sure about the membership options, go check them out. There are 2 different levels. The higher level does get you access to my WhatsApp number, so you can message me there. I'll be more active. And there'll also be a group chat with all of PTTP's pals and any other auditors that want to be in there. So yeah, be sure to go check that out. And a massive thank you for the continued support that I get. It's fantastic, and things like this really help the channel be able to get more content out to you. Just really helps with resources, so it's highly appreciated. As always guys, power to the proletariat, and take care.